Hi there, and welcome to Quick Tips for Online Teaching. I'm your host, Jenna Camp, and today we're talking about addressing UDL online. UDL, or Universal Design for Learning, is a set of guidelines developed to help address equity across the curriculum by providing strategies to help all learners access and participate in meaningful learning experiences. When teachers are considering UDL in their planning, they're thinking about providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and action and expression. Engagement is the affective networks of our brain, the why of learning. So we want to help scholars recruit and sustain their interest and self-regulate throughout the learning experience. Representation gets to the recognition networks of the brain, the what of learning. It helps us connect new learning to older stuff that we already know. So we want to assist the scholar to identify ways to customize display of information so they can better comprehend language, symbols, and patterns of big ideas. The third element is action and expression, the strategic how of learning. Here we want to allow scholars to optimize tools and resources and to utilize multiple media for their own planning, organizing, and expressing of information. We can do this through two free, easy-to-use Google extensions, Jamboard and Pear Deck. Both of these extensions provide all three access points, the why, the what, and the how for UDL, for equitable learning experiences across the curriculum and across your neurodiverse learners in your classroom. Jamboard fosters collaboration and community. It can activate or supply background knowledge and provides variable response methods for a lot of scholar voice and choice. Pear Deck does multiple things also. It helps minimize threat and distractions, that why of learning, which can get in the way for so many scholars. It helps them guide information processing and visualize learning. And again, it provides for scholar voice and choice through this multiple media for communication. Let's take a look at what some of these look like. Here we have two screenshots of Jamboards. They're basically like collaborative posters. I've already showed a couple of different ways of doing collaborative posters online using Google Sheets or shared Google Documents. This is yet another Google experience, but Jamboard here is a lot more visual. You can see that it's basically like actually putting up sticky notes the way we used to do in the actual classroom when you had collaborative posters. Now they can use these digital sticky notes. On this, which is a science do now, the chemistry teacher put up two images of liquids, one blue, one yellow, and she asked scholars to think about what those liquids might be, how those liquids might react. Basically, she was activating this sense of wonder in them and really getting them interested in the lesson before it even begins. Down on the bottom here, you have another example of, again, it's basically like a collaborative poster, but here you can see that for our neurodiversity in our classrooms, scholars can upload images direct from the web. They can find cartoons. They can draw or write their own text. They can use a text box, or they can use these sticky notes. In other words, for scholar voice and choice to help them represent their own ideas in a way that makes them feel like they're a part of their learning. This is what is so excellent about extensions like Jamboard. Pear Deck is another really useful tool. Pear Deck helps create interactive Google Slides so that when you're showing your slideshow, when you activate the Pear Deck extension, it allows students to type or to write or to draw or to circle or to stamp right on the slides that they get to do individually, and then you as a teacher get to see all of their responses as they come in. So it's really useful for individual learning engagement as well as individual learning accountability. And you can tell when there's a Pear Deck activation because they have this cute little pear with a face on the bottom, and then that clues the scholars and the teachers in that this is one of those interactive slides. Here's an example of students who could draw or write with their mouse directly onto the slide. They could circle the word in this mood meter, which best represents how they're feeling. A great do now for SEL, for social emotional learning. Down here at the bottom, we can see this is an actual ready-made Pear Deck slide. They have a number of these, or you can create your own. And this one is great for quick CFUs, quick checks for understanding, for a lesson closure or tickets out the door. You can create any kind of question you want here, and scholars on their slides get to type in that response. So again, teachers can see the scholar responses coming in, but they feel safe because they know that it's only you, the teacher, seeing those responses. It isn't broadcast to everyone. And this helps them feel safe, which is incredibly important for learning engagement. For more quick tips for online teaching, please visit me at www.jennacamp.com or find me on Facebook or Instagram at Jenna Camp Educational. Thanks.